वीडियो बनाने
Good morning. My name is Fazila Shahbaz from Department of History here. I'm speaking on a new approach in historical research, that is the history of emotions as a new field of research. That is new and unique approach, and we see that there are two questions: do emotions have a history, and do they make a history? To explore the emotional orders of the past, historians work closely with the psychologists and the education specialists. In addition, they are assisted by the different experts of different sciences like the anthropologists, sociologists, musicologists, and the scholars working on art and literature. Here in the history of emotions, here in the research on the history of emotions, the main focus rests on the assumption that the emotions, that is the feelings and their expressions, are shaped by culture and acquired in social context. So what somebody can and may feel or show in a given situation towards certain people or the things depends on the social norms and rules. So we see that the emotions are historically variable and open to change. Someone's feeling and expression on a particular event or situation may be different from my expression and feeling on that situation. So therefore, in the research on the history of emotions, different societies are looked at, and it is observed how they developed and organized their emotional regimes, codes, and lexicons. Research on this aspect concentrate mainly on the modern period, that is from the 18th to 20th century. And geographically, it includes both the Western and the Eastern societies, that is Europe, North America, and South Asia. Here, special attention is paid to the institutions that have a strong impact on the human behavior and its emotional underpinnings, such as the family, law, religion, and military and the state, that are related with the human feelings and emotions. And as we see that emotions are said to have, emotions are historically significant because we see that emotions are said to motivate the human actions. Thus, these emotions influence the social, political, and economic development. And I will give you some examples. In a letter, that emotions have been, it is noticed that emotions are and have been a privileged object of manipulation and instrumentalization. So historians here ask so many questions like what kind of emotions and for what reason. Next, to what degree did emotions play a part in the formation and dissolution of the social groups, communities, and the movement? So, we see that these questions open the doors to a new field of research, one which aims to thoroughly historicize a crucial element of human development. I will give you a few examples. Such one is that revolt of 1857. Here, it is believed that the immediate cause of the revolt was the greased cartridges in which the fat of the cow and pig was used. And the Indian soldiers in the British Indian Army were forced to use these cartridges. They have to open the cartridge by mouth. So these cartridges hurt the sentiments of the Indian soldiers, and the result was that it resulted in a major political event. The first war of Indian independence started because the feelings and the emotions of the Indian soldiers were hurt. And second example is the immediate cause of the First World War. Here, the Austrian Duke of Art was assassinated. And third, again, example from India, that is the Swadeshi and boycott movement. Here we see that after the partition of Bengal, British government started the divide and rule policy. So here, when their feelings were hurt, they started the Swadeshi and boycott movement, and this movement was associated with the love and emotions for the Swadeshi, means the indigenous products, the Indian goods. They started boycotting the foreign goods. They burned the thing, boycotting the thing. The national schools, colleges were established, and the British goods after boycott, there was the indigenous industrial development that started. So here again the emotions and love and emotions and the love was expressed towards the country. There we notice all this led to the economic development, and lastly the deaths of Indira Gandhi and Mahatma Gandhi. So there was an emotion.
This is very interesting topic.
Yes.
And have you got any example with for the examples that you have quoted with any current events, so that it can be related? So you were related with the past two events you were related.
This mainly the historians try to focus from 18th to 20th century. So I'm not dealing with the 21st century. We can quote the example for the recent Lok Sabha elections or the campaigns going on. But the main focus of the historians is from 18th to 20th century.
So can you suggest repeat that suggestion for research?
Suggestion?
No, to repeat the topic.
History of emotions. History of emotions as a new field in historical research. Thank you.
Thank you.